Spring and Brian Sterling once again live at the Cracker Barrel where 4 other people were shot and killed. Brian?
That's right, Marley. This easily was the most stressful and difficult scene for law enforcement to process that night. 5 people were shot, 4 of them fatally. An especially difficult night for first responders as the gunman was still on the run. Joining us live here at the Cracker Barrel is Lieutenant Michelle Greenlee. She's one of the people helping first responders deal with the stress of that night. You're with the Kalamazoo County Sheriff's Department. The first responders are human beings, and you come upon a scene like that, I don't think there's anything that prepares you for witnessing something like that. The stress that can start to bubble up over the next couple of days is important to keep an eye on. How do you guys help?
Well, the Sheriff's Office has what is called a Critical Incident Stress Management Team. It is a group of first responders who are trained in peer and group support in critical incident stress management. We're trained using the Mitchell model through the International Critical Incident Stress Foundation, which is an international model used everywhere. CISM teams go out to the community. They're through the Red Cross, through the Griffin House. This one is specifically designed for first responders, and what we try to do is get to them as fast as we can after an exposure to a critical incident or a traumatic event and give them positive coping skills so they can process what has happened to them, what they've witnessed, what they've been through, and move forward and get back to their work.
Because nobody processes it the same way. There's no one fix for everybody. Everybody's an individual here, and that's what you guys pay attention to, isn't that right?
Absolutely. As you said, first responders are people, and everybody reacts differently to a critical incident. You may react differently than I would. We try to let them know that no matter what reactions you're having, we have teaching moments where we cover different types of reactions you may or may not be having, and they just may be normal reactions to a very abnormal event. And then what we try to do is give them positive coping mechanisms to get through that, or refer them to professionals to help them through that.
Yeah, it's such a step forward too, because maybe 15, 20 years ago this kind of thing wasn't thought about. But again, you're dealing with folks that are under a great amount of stress, that need help and maybe aren't used to asking for help.
Absolutely. First responders are typically the people we refer to fix our problems, and we're called there to solve crimes and to fix people's problems. But what we really need to focus on is sometimes ourselves, so we can be there. We can't do anybody any good if we don't take care of ourselves physically and mentally.
Lieutenant Michelle Greenlee with the Kalamazoo County Sheriff's Department, thanks for coming out tonight. We appreciate it. Stay safe.
Thank you.
Thanks for your service as well.
Appreciate it.